Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS. It's time for Owin's Field Report, sponsored by Les Schwab Tire Centers.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you very much for watching the show this morning. It is September 3rd. There's a ton of options that are out there, and I know that you have options this morning as well, so we appreciate you spending some time here with us on KPDX, like always. Before we get to fish counts and the 10-year average, just reports from yesterday. It was kind of sporadic. In the morning, the reports that I was getting, in particular from the Columbia, was, yes, we're getting them, things are great. Right? Well, that was from the deadline down. And then I started getting reports throughout the day. It was, oh man, what a struggle. So it's fishing, right? You're not going to all go out there, but I will say this. All the guys that I actually spoke to yesterday, I want to make sure that I'm right there. I believe so. No, there was one that was lost. Everybody in those boats, handful of boats, they all got fish. So that's a pretty darn good report overall. Right now, of course, in areas that, here's some advice I'll give you, because I got a phone call from a couple of folks that were right down there at the mouth of a very likely area at the head of the Sauvie Island area, mouth of the Lewis. A couple hundred boats. Well, listen, if it's tough fishing and you're around all those boats, you're not seeing anything happen, get out of there. Honestly, just go away. One good friend went upriver, finished his day off, the boat, of course, with nobody around. So, I mean, you don't have to be in that herd in order to catch fish, okay? Just kind of throwing out, with that many fish, or excuse me, that many boats around, I can certainly put the fish off, and that may have been kind of that situation that they were running into yesterday. So just kind of keep that in mind. One thing, though, I do have to address. This past week, yes, you all seen the videos from going out with Andy Carson, Andy's adventures. That actually sparked some very negative stuff that's out there, which I find laughable, at the very least, extremely laughable. But some folks accusing me of being a guide and that they were going to report me for that. Please do, because it makes it so much fun when the State Marine Board, when I get the phone call from those folks over there that are all, by the way, my friends, and go, yeah, did you hear this? Give me a break. Come on. I ain't no guide, never could be, because I'm not that good at it. Just that simple. So for those that are out there, you know who you are. Wow. Wow. It's just kind of nutty. Fish counts. This is not nutty. This is good news. This is positivity. I love this. To see the numbers, much like we mentioned yesterday, right? It bumped up to 41 grand. And I looked at this several times. I don't think I've seen that number. I mean, really, and as long as I can remember, the 10-year average from spring, obviously not springers, because that's not going to happen, but for fall run, that's a big number, all right? Well, I said yesterday that, well, it's going to come back down to reality, right? It's not going to do this every day, and it did. It dropped down to 28,000. But taking a look over here, oh, you have another slide. I'm sorry. Steelhead counts, by the way, are beautiful. I hope that they are just getting through. You know, I'd love to go encounter some over on the Deschutes. I don't know if I'm going to get that chance this year. But the numbers for silvers for yesterday was near 9 grand that went over Bonneville. Darn good numbers. So we're starting to see things come together. And messages yesterday asking about extensions and different openers. Don't worry about that stuff yet. We got a long time before the 15th. Things can change very, very quickly. So just positive thoughts, right? Here we go. Bonneville Dam. Yeah, there you go. 8,400 went over yesterday. The day before was 91. Just 1,000 the day before that being, you know, not the biggest number, but seeing a significant bounce there. So very, very cool to see that. Much again, like I mentioned yesterday, with that many silvers in the river, pay attention. You can't keep any of them that are clipped. So when you land a fish that isn't clipped, right, that has its adipose, take the time. Look at it. No spots, probably a silver. White gum line on that bottom jaw, it's a silver. So pay attention, okay? You need to look at the fish, make sure, and then move on. Now, if it's clipped, who cares, right? It could be either way, just pay attention. But if it's not clipped, pay attention to that. Take a good look at it. Also, the CCA has an upcoming golf tournament coming up. I love playing golf. I actually get to play in the PIL Hall of Fame tournament coming up on the 11th. I hope my back is going to cooperate with me. Anyway, on the 9th, which is next weekend, over at Colwood, which is a really good place to play golf. I haven't been there in years, but definitely a thing to check out. If you want to go meet some folks that maybe you haven't had a chance to meet before, like-minded folks, maybe you're already a member of the CCA, go have some fun with everyone over there. Play a little golf, talk some fishing, talk about conservation, how we can actually help our fish rather than letting all these other user groups try to destroy what we actually have left and eliminate what we might have in the future. Believe it or not, they're out there. Many, many, many of them, unfortunately. Y'all know who you are. Also, send Ian, thinking about my buddies from High and Dry. Send Jason an email over at jason@procure.com. You might have a chance to win, or you will have a chance, you might win a prize pack. This is slanted strictly for stuffer baits or whatever you might want to do with it. But that is a great combination right there. That's actually the pieces of the puzzle. Add a little Slamola in there, and yeah, you're going to be right on it. All right, let's go ahead and talk to Katie and find out what we can expect for this upcoming week. Now, of course, like thousands of others around here, I cheated. I watched you earlier, but the weather's going to be beautiful. I'm super excited about that.
I'm looking forward to this fall weather. I love the clouds that are outside right now. I love the cooler temperatures. I'm ready for a sweater and a scarf. It's just not that cool yet. We've seen some clearing in Willamette Valley. As you can see, there are still a few clear clouds there now, and we definitely have that amazing cloud cover on our coast in those low 60s. If you're going to be at the coast today, just be expecting things to have the drizzle chance. The highest chance is in the afternoon, but it is with you most of the day. And then in the valley, it's mostly that chance for showers later tonight. Now, it's not going to be much. Some of our models are showing no accumulation at all, and others are showing just 0.05 of an inch, and that's both tonight and tomorrow combined. So not much accumulation is expected. It's just a very light chance. Of course, in the gorge, we see things cooler at Maloma Falls in the low 70s to 80 in the Dalles. And then up at the mountain, increased cloud cover. I haven't been able to see that mountain all morning. It was there when I came in. It is not there now. It's sucked in clouds, low 50s to the upper 60s. Central Eastern Oregon is looking pretty good. The air quality is getting better, and we expect this system to come through and help out with that a bit. Temperature range low 70s to low 80s. Here's what I was talking about. You'll see just a little chance for showers. Basically, we get through the afternoon, you see some sunshine, and then now you start to see some green coming through. That takes us into Monday morning, and then by 10 o'clock, everything should clear out for you and turn into a pretty clear day. As far as those cooler temperatures, well, this is what I'm talking about. Tomorrow, low 70s, coolest day that we have. If we have too many clouds, we might only make it into the upper 60s. And then there is a chance to warm back up by next weekend. We could see like upper 70s to low 80s, but still pretty comfortable by my standard.
I'm calling that perfect.
I know.
That's absolutely perfect. And the lightning storm last night, I'm sure that you were aware of that.
Oh, yeah.
Was amazing. We're in Oregon City looking south. It was just a show. I've never seen anything like that here.
We had some amazing pictures and video. We had some that came with lightning and rainbows in the same picture. Like, it was phenomenal. It was
crazy. Have a great week, Katie. Thank you very much for the heads up. All right, we're going to cut to a break, but when we do get back, don't miss it. We're going to have my good friends from High and Dry Waders, Brian and Ian. They are the owners of the best waders that you're ever going to buy, in my personal opinion, which hopefully means something to you. But take a look at these guys. They're over there in Virginia. That's Chesapeake Bay, everyone. We'll be back with Brian and Ian in just a couple of minutes.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by P-Line, because we fish, by CCA Oregon, fish-focused, member-driven, and by Hawken Fishing, perfection in fishing gear.